What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I've got for you some more incredible entitled parent stories, so sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the first one. I tricked a Karen, Illusion 100. I am at my grandmother's beach house, and the only way to get onto my street is to cross the highway. So, I was riding back on my bike and I stopped to cross the highway. This entitled mum was waiting to go across the highway. She said, "That's a cool bike." "Oh, thanks. Can I have it?" No, I need this to get home." "Please, my son really wants a bike." I can't get home without this." "Don't disrespect your elders. I am older, so I get the bike." So I didn't want to start a screaming match, but I had an idea. Okay, can I at least cross the highway first?" "Okay, fine." So I cross the highway with her. We end up at the end of my street and I start to get on my bike. "Excuse me, what are you doing?" "Oh, the pedals were getting loose. I'm just trying to fix them for your son." The entitled mum just waited. I get on, pretend like I'm fixing the pedals, then start riding at full speed. I get to my house and the entitled mum is behind me, but far enough that I can breathe. I yell into my house for my grandmother to come out. Then I put my bike away and hide in the house. My grandmother is very good at telling people off, so that Karen left fast. I don't know what happened in the conversation, but it worked. Oh, what a story. Yeah, I wanted to include this one because it's very rare that you see Karens get tricked. You know, it might be one of the first times I've ever seen this. So yeah, fair play to OP. You definitely got her. Yeah, well done. Again, I'm not entirely sure what she was expecting to happen. You know, just asking randomly for your bike. Did she just literally expect you to give it to her? I don't know, but anyway, mate, fair play, you did well. Moving on to our second story now. My entitled mother, who is not disabled, parks in the disabled parking and gets a fine she refuses to pay. My mother is a mega Karen, and I have 16 years of stories to tell about her entitlements. Here's yet another one. This happened in 2004 when I was 14. We just moved from Australia to New Zealand. The town had a population of around 12,000 people, which was a big step up from the town we moved from, which was around 2,000 people. It seemed like my mum's entitlement got worse by having an extra 10,000 people for her to annoy. Within a month, my sister and I had settled into our new schools, and Mother Dearest found her preferred, cheapest grocery store to shop at. I should mention that my mum is not disabled, but did that stop her from parking in the disabled parking spots? Nope. The first month went fine, until my mother got lazy. Whenever we went grocery shopping, she would always complain while walking towards the entrance that there was never anyone parked in the disabled parking spot. And she would say things like, "I don't see why I'm not allowed to park there," and "there's nobody in this dang town that needs it anyway." This last comment was total BS on her part, as there was a paraplegic who lived in the town which she knew about. And look, regardless, those spaces are for disabled people, not her. Then one day, me and my sister were in the car while mum was driving to the grocery store. We usually park close to the front door, but just to the side where there were usually a few spare parking spots. I was expecting her to stop there, but she didn't. Instead, she drove all the way to the front and parked in the disabled parking spots. "Mum, this is disabled parking. You can't park here." "Well, of course I can. The spot is vacant." "No, it's illegal for you to park here. You'll get a fine." "No, I won't. I have the right to park here if there's no disabled person parked here." "I don't see any disabled people. Do you?" "Whatever, mum, but you're going to get a fine." I got out of the car and walked across the street to the park. I didn't want to be seen with my mum, but I wanted to keep an eye out for the parking officer or police person who I knew would come. Even in a small town, the police were very diligent about rule breakers. And sure enough, 10 minutes later, I saw a policeman walk up to the car, check the license and lack of disabled sticker, and write a ticket that he placed on her windscreen. I sent Mother Dearest a text that I'd meet her at the petrol station when she was done. I didn't want to be seen getting into her car, but I made sure to hang around so I could see her reaction when she saw the fine. Sure enough, just 10 minutes later, I saw my mum come out of the store, see the tickets, and, well, she flipped out. She started cursing and stomping her feet on the ground like a child that lost their toy. Only in this case, it was a fine of $80. I chuckled to myself as I walked to the petrol station a few blocks over. I got there a few minutes before my mum did, and I could see the anger on her face as she got out of the car, slammed it, and started filling up her tank. I faked concern. "What's wrong, mum?" "You shut your mouth." I just smiled and got into the car. When we got home, my mum got straight on the phone to debate the parking fine. I overheard the call. Yeah, I got a fine for parking in an empty parking spot. There was nobody else parked there. No, but I had to park there because I have a bad leg and can't walk that far. What? No, I don't have a sticker, but... no, that doesn't matter. No, hold on. What? But... no. Disabled? No, but... oh, you stupid idiot, I'm not paying this fine. And she hung up. A month later, I'd assumed she'd paid the fine, but obviously not. She got a letter in the mail regarding an unpaid fine, which was now $100 due to relayed payments. Mum went to the courthouse and paid it, but I didn't hear the end of it for 3 months after that. She just complained about it any chance she got, making it out like she was the victim. I wish I could say that she learnt her lesson, but she didn't. She parked there a few more times, and shock horror, got more fines. A Karen never learns. Oh wow, what an idiot. You know, it does seem a little bit silly, this whole story, but I just think to myself, you know, the back of my head, what if a disabled person actually did come to that store and there were no disabled spots free, and say he or she had to park, you know, miles away, a good few hundred meters away at the back of the car park and try to get to the store? It would be horrible. So yeah, just even if you don't think there are any disabled people near you, in your town, in your country, whatever, I know that's obviously ludicrous, don't park in disabled spots, guys. It's just not the done thing. And yeah, I mean, clearly this entitled mum deserved her fine. What a stupid idiot as well. When you get a fine for parking in the disabled spot, don't argue, don't make up stuff that you have a bad leg. If you have a bad leg, and you actually do, you'd have like that blue disabled sticker that you can put on your dash cam or dashboard, and then you won't have to pay your fine and you can go in a parking spot, a disabled parking spot. Don't lie about it. And yeah, you know, she got what she deserved, having to pay $20 on top of that initial fine just for being stupid and not wanting to pay. Now for our final story of today's video, she is not adventurous. Growing up, steakhouses, seafood, Chinese buffets, and Italian were my options in terms of eating. Even on my birthday, those were the options that I got to choose from. When I got older, I would cook or buy pre-made from the store, but I wanted to try more foods. I was tired of the same old, same old. I would try anything new on the menu, and if nothing was new, go to my favorites because I had tried everything else. So, after my boyfriend and I had been dating for a while, I see this Indian restaurant, and at night, its prices are high, nearly $50 a person. But at lunch, it's a much more manageable $12. So I ask him, hey, can we go there for lunch someday? He looks and says, I thought you didn't like Indian. Well, I'm not sure how I would ever have known. I've never had it before, but always wanted to try. A few weeks later, a new shop opened up across campus. I wanted to check it out, and when we go in, my boyfriend goes, oh, gyros, let's go. Why do you not like gyros? No, I love them. I thought you didn't like them. No, I love them and hummus. Leave me alone with a tub of that and some pizza and I'm very happy. Try it with naan, even better. So while we were waiting for our gyros, I asked him, why do you think I hate everything? There are so many options, but unless I suggest it, we only go to Chinese or Italian places. Now apparently when I was first dating my now husband, he asked my parents for advice and wanted to take me and them out to dinner to get to know them better. My mum told him I was not culinary adventurous and to stick with Chinese, Italian or seafood. She told him this because that is what she likes and wanted to be taken to one of those. We have been married for 3 years now and there are still times where he will say, I thought you didn't like that. And I will have to tell him to stop listening to my mother. I don't know if I like it until I try. She even catered our wedding to suit her taste and went way over budget buying things on her own that she wanted. Then afterwards, she complained about the financial strain. Wow, that is a super original story. I don't think I've ever read one like that on the r/EntitledParents subreddit before. In terms of your mother, yeah, really horrible, and what a manipulative thing to do for no real reason. Surely she could have just said to your boyfriend, now husband, can we just go to an Italian? I quite fancy that. Like, don't just lie about your daughter and say, oh, she doesn't like any other food apart from these 3 things. What a weird thing to do. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this Entitled Parents video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, drop a like on the video. Let's try and hit 10,000. I've not set a like goal in a while, but hey, why not? Remember also to subscribe with notifications on so you never miss one of my daily uploads, like the one on screen right now. If you haven't seen it from yesterday, go ahead and watch it. It's an absolute cracker. I promise you, you'll enjoy it. And with that all being said, I will see you tomorrow with a brand new upload on the channel. Bye.